Jim, hi, morning. Always a delight to have you on ET now. Firstly, on the political dynamics in India, now that the Congress has taken a beating in the state assembly elections, are you expecting the finance minister to present a budget that's going to be populist in nature with bold reforms missing?
I think that the possibility of a more populist budget has risen as a result of the state elections, and that's really quite bad news for the Indian stock market and for the Indian economy generally. It means, of course, that the budget deficit will not be addressed in any meaningful way, and it also means that if the populist measures do come out, then the Reserve Bank of India is not going to cut interest rates in the way that the market's been hoping. So all eyes are now on the 16th of March, but I would expect that this is going to be a budget long in rhetoric and very short in details, which will disappoint the market.
Morning, Jim. This is Nikunj Dalmia also joining in from the Mumbai studio. Ideally, what would you like to see, or I would say hear from the finance minister? A greater focus on boosting revenues or an improvement in quality of expenditure?
No, we don't want to see the government boosting revenues. The problem in India is that the tax code and the tax system is not transparent. There's too many incentives, there's too many subsidies, it's complicated. What it really wants to do is simplify the tax system and at the same time cut expenditure. It needs to cut expenditure in some of the entitlement programs and certainly the subsidy programs. And with that, it might bring the fiscal deficit back under control.
Jim, there's one view in the market that the finance minister could announce a fiscal deficit target lower than 5% for FY15. Is that being too optimistic?
Well, it's going to depend very much on whether it's based on believable assumptions. And this is one of the big problems for the last budget, when they announced a deficit target of 4.6% of GDP. That deficit target is now at least a percentage point under what's going to be achieved. It's going to be at least 5.6, if not 6% for fiscal year 12. So announcing a deficit under 5% doesn't actually mean that the deficit's going to be under 5%. It needs to be announced with credible assumptions about economic growth and about the expenditure and revenue sides of the equation. That's going to be a tough ask. My expectation is that growth is going to be much slower this year than it was in fiscal year 12, and that means that the deficit's probably going to be above 6% rather than below 5%.